At Empirical, we have traveled the country developing partnerships with top farmers, cultivators, manufacturers, and distributors in the hemp and CBD industry. Our mission and passion are to educate our consumers about the uses and effectiveness of hemp and CBD. Our growers are continuously monitoring the quality of our hemp and developing efficiencies through cloning, seeding, and growing specific strands to meet the growing market needs. Our crops are tested to ensure we have minimal traces of THC while maximizing the highest concentrations of CBD. We then take the quality hemp from our cultivators to our extraction lab partners in Illinois, taking that natural flower using American-made extraction machinery to produce the premier distillate that you expect from Empirical. We then send samples to a third-party lab to ensure all potential contaminants are removed. At Empirical, we test our hemp at the time of cultivation, extraction, and creation of our CBD products. This information is available to you by scanning the QR codes found on every product we manufacture. This allows us to confidently share with you that our products, from seed to retail, are truly the best in the industry.
Hey, good evening, Facebook family. John along with Empirical. We got Jason, our Chief Operating Officer, and we got David this evening. Thanks for joining us, David, our CTO.
It's good to be there.
As always, guys, welcome to our family. We hope to bring you some beneficial, good information. Beneficial. New word we created tonight. Beneficial.
I think that's a dog food, actually.
That is.
It is a dog food.
Yeah, beneficial.
Yeah.
Beneficial information.
I seen that on. Yeah.
I think you're thinking ahead because that's one of the topics that we're going to discuss tonight.
We are going to talk about
CBD and
CBD
pets.
and dogs.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of ourselves.
Well, Facebook family, thank you for joining in. We're at the headquarters of Empirical in Boerne, Texas. It is happened to be Tuesday again, and it's a Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday,
like
baby.
always. Happy pre-4th of July. As you can see, we kind of went out of our way to get a couple of
Few items here.
for the upcoming holiday. Looking forward to that. Are you doing anything fun for the 4th of July?
I'm not sure yet. I think we might go out to the ranch and do some fireworks and enjoy that.
Nice.
Of course, with all the COVID kind of going on, it's kind of nice just to kind of be away from all the crowds and everything else. We haven't been doing anything. Just kind of sticking to at the house, with the family. So just kind of staying to ourselves. What about you, David? Anything big planned with you and the kids?
No, it's just staying indoors. Do they have anything? Are they going to have fireworks and stuff like that?
I don't know. Are they going to do anything downtown?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, everything seems to be changing from day to day,
Right.
Especially the COVID.
I know the bars are closed now, so
Yes.
they
Yeah,
closed as of I
back
think
again.
Friday
And the
Friday evening or
restaurants,
Saturday evening.
You can't stay in and eat. You can order,
Right.
pick up,
Correct.
and all that, but I don't think you need eating anymore. They changed that as well.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. Wow.
That is very interesting.
Well, it's probably best to stay indoors if possible. Anyways, it's safer. And I know that there's been a lot of things in the media about transmitting the COVID, and it's obviously airborne.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that I read through. I was watching it on CNN, and is the bars is the worst. That's the breeding ground for this virus.
Right.
And so no wonder that that they closed down the bars. So that's probably a smart thing to do. Even though people have probably their own opinion about that, because that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Is go to bars and hang out and drink with friends and celebrate the upcoming holiday.
Well, I don't want to get tested to begin with, so I heard it's really. Well, you got tested, didn't you?
I did.
How was it? Was it really bad?
You know what? I went to the Texas Med Clinic, and they were organized. I made a reservation. Didn't have to wait in a line for hours, like some horror stories that I've been hearing.
Right.
But they got it together there. And those that actually have been displaying symptoms, what is that? Asymptomatic? What is that?
Asymptomatic.
Asymptomatic. They make arrangements where they'll come out to your vehicle and actually do the testing right then and there. And but yeah, great experience. Thank you, Texas Med Clinic, and it was affordable too.
Good. So I've actually had some friends and family who have actually had gone through testing just recently, and some of them actually have told me that the testing was so awful, it was worse than actually having getting the actual
What is that?
COVID.
That's it's supposed to go through your nose or something like that?
Well, they said actually it's
do
a
that
swab that they swab up the nose, but they said it's a swab that they feel like it's going up to your brain.
Yes.
So it's pretty bad.
But where's it going? Exactly.
So the swab actually should be going up to the mucosa, up to the nares as far as it can go, to actually grab as many cells as possible. Unfortunately, what my concern is though is a lot of these aren't always healthcare professionals that are used to doing these tests. So they're trying to find individuals who maybe are used to it or maybe not used to it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times some of these individuals are going too far and really piercing the mucosa, causing nosebleeds, really affecting some of these individuals in a way that shouldn't be affected,
Right.
which really gives a harmful effect.
So my question though is, so that's the only type of testing there is. There's
Unfortunately,
nothing else?
there's also a blood test that they can do,
Okay,
antibody.
but that takes a little longer.
Yeah, there's different areas, different facilities that have different types of testing right now. Yeah, there's oral, there's a blood test, antibody test, and then there's also one for the mucosa.
So why do they do that? Is it
It just
more
depends.
effective? Or
It just
what?
depends on the facilities and who has what testing available.
Oh, okay.
So
Ain't about it like nah,
Yes.
man.
Well, we got a full agenda today. But before we start and get into it, remember please to like, comment, and share. We certainly appreciate that. And we did reach 1,000 just here recently, right,
yes,
John?
we did. We actually did. So I really appreciate that. To all of y'all who actually went and liked our Facebook page, we did reach 1,000. Thanks to everyone. So that is fantastic. Really great.
Always a good thing.
So last week, our winners for our creams actually were Tony Torres and his wife. So they won the
his and hers, right?
his and hers
Nice.
creams. So the arnica and the arnica and menthol, or the menthol cream was the his and her that we gave away last week. So that's fantastic. This week, actually, we're giving away a pain roll-on, which is fantastic. We have a couple of them. We have one for sports, and we have one for a golfer's advantage. Same thing, but it's a menthol roll-on. You can roll it on to any affected area, which is great, and it usually works within about 10 minutes.
So that's
Great
one of the
product.
So that's one of the topics of discussion tonight is the transdermal versus the topical.
Yeah.
And the benefits of both, and a little bit more into detail as far as what penetrates the skin and what doesn't.
Yes.
But before we go into that, I just wanted to kind of
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in greater detail tonight. So, yeah, good topics. And then, of course, we also have some specials coming up, right, David? What do we got going on for our specials on our website coming up?
For 4th of July, we have come Friday midnight, everything on the website, all the products will become 20% off, and that automatically kicks in, so you don't need any type of
special
coupon
code or
something.
coupon.
No codes, no coupons. It's
Nice.
So you
everything
made it
just
super
kinda
simple for people.
Yeah, we just want to kind of like really make it convenient for you. So no excuses, people. Just just go on there. Everything automatically becomes 20% off. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's great deals. You all want to take advantage of that.
And we don't always do that. Usually we'll do 20% off of sometimes when we're selling the gummies, it was the gummies or the pain creams, or maybe it was the roll-ons. But
Right.
actually we're going to be doing 20% off the entire website.
Nice.
So they'll actually be able to do that off of multiple items. So anything in their entire cart, they'll be able to get 20% off. So
Exactly.
that'll be a great opportunity for
Yes.
individuals who want to kind of stock up on things.
Right, and then the free shipping will still kick in for
Anything over
over $100. So it's kind of like a double whammy, so to speak. So
Yeah.
just pile them up, and if it's over $100, you get free shipping as well.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's a great opportunity for you to kind of set up. It's really user friendly. So David's actually been working on making our website so much more user friendly. So one of the things that I love about David and what David has done is, as we have these shows, a lot of times when we're having these shows, a lot of people will say during our shows, they'll have some comments or commentary saying, "Hey, look, what should I use for this, or what should I use for this?" Or it would be easier if I went to your website and I could know what to use for just for my headaches, or just to use what for pain, or what should I be using for anxiety or for stress, or just to use for my pet.
Right.
So what David did is he went through on our website and made it much more user friendly.
Nice.
So now we have something was for pain, just for extreme pain, something for sleep, something for anxiety, something for pets. And you just click on each bar and it'll take you directly to what all those listings are for all those different products.
Awesome,
Absolutely.
David. Good
Yeah.
work.
So yeah, great job on doing that,
We
David.
certainly appreciate you.
And again, we're continuing to evolve that, right? So you also have a
Absolutely.
mobile app coming out pretty soon too, don't you?
Yeah, the mobile app and the marketplace. So, majority of us are always on our phones, some smartphones. So,
Not me ever.
so the whole objective is for you to be able to have a full experience without ever needing to actually go, back to your laptop or your
Sure.
desktop, and you can do everything right on there. And we also have like an affiliate program as well that also is all incorporated.
That's great.
And then that affiliate program, for those of you that do not know, you can literally get paid for everyone that you recommend a product to.
Yeah.
So that's great. We haven't talked about that in a while. So a lot of people, a lot of different affiliates that are selling for us right now, and we put this into effect back when COVID first came out back in March.
Yes.
Jason and I kind of put this program together, and essentially what this program was for those individuals who were stuck at home and had no way of generating any revenue. Essentially what you can do is you can create your own website selling our products. We still do, we'll essentially sell all the product for you, or you'll sell the products through your own website or through your own page, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, whatever you sell, however you sell it. And then all the products will be distributed through our facilities. We'll collect all the revenues, and then we'll pay you at the end of the month. You'll receive, actually at the end of the week.
end of the week,
End of the
actually,
week. We're doing it on a weekly basis. Take that back. At the end of the week, we'll send you a weekly check for any commissions that you actually would receive. So any products you receive, you sell, you actually receive a 20% commission on your entire sale.
Nice.
So if you sell $100 worth, you make $20 off that commission.
And it adds up, people.
It
really
does.
does.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah, so we've paid $1,000 in commissions, so
Absolutely.
which is fantastic. I love doing that for individuals.
So one other thing too, David. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but isn't there a tutorial on the affiliate program?
Absolutely.
You wanna talk about that-
actually,
about that
once
a
you
little
once you get to the affiliate page, you will see right on the very top. There's a tutorial right there.
Right.
Actually, I break it down step by step, how you register, everything, and then we'll create a link for you. So there's a URL that's generated, and that is actually what you will use to, sell our product. And that registers for every product you sell. It creates a back office for you, so you're able to log into a back office.
Nice.
And see, just stats, detailed breakdown on everything that you've sold, that
That's
you've
awesome.
recommended. So there's a tutorial there, and you could reach me as well. You could reach our number. It's 24/7. So you have any questions, literally, if you have any questions as well. But,
That's great.
we do have the tutorials to kind of break it down and make it easy for you.
And there is no charge to do this. Is that correct?
It's
No
no
fees,
charge
right?
at all. No charge at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So all your services are free.
Yes, sir. To a certain extent.
So that means I don't have to pay paper tomorrow.
That's right.
you just heard
Hey,
that.
I heard that.
I have this on live. That's awesome.
There's the evidence.
To a certain extent.
There we go. Okay, I'm just kidding. There, you'll get paid tomorrow. So one of the other things I want to talk about was we have Burning Days coming up, Burning Market Days.
Super exciting. A matter of fact, we just solidified that. Even we sent the application in just a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and we got some additional add-ons to that. So July 11th and 12th, Saturday and Sunday, Bernie Market Days with the country and the park theme, as we stated, and we'll mention this actually next week as well. Please do come out. It's going to be an exciting time. I've personally have been there once, and it's quite a great crowd. The food is amazing as well. They have several food booths and different vendors, and I do believe we're going to be the only CBD company out there.
That's awesome.
And how often is it?
Not
How
like
often
the other.
do they have this Bernie Market Day?
They actually have it monthly.
Okay.
Yeah, they do have it monthly. So and it varies.
So is that kind of like a farmer's market? So they kind of sell different things, or is it? What do they? What kind of things do they sell out there? Do you know?
They sell little different things.
Kind of knickknacks?
There's food booths. Obviously, I think generally about 8 to 9 food booths.
Okay.
This is going to be a little bit different. I'm glad that we were able to get into this one because the crowd's going to be a little bit more than what it normally would because of the entertainment factor.
Oh, okay,
I'm not sure of who the singer or the singers are, but I know it's a country theme. So super excited. There's a lot of cowboys, obviously, in this area, and it would be a good time for us. This will be our first time out there, so I'll be curious to see how we do, and I think that we'll do well, especially showing that, hey, we're right here on your back door. Come and see us,
So everyone who comes gets to see me in my hat and my cowboy boots and my CBD shirt, right?
I would just come for that.
Awesome. So one of the other things we got, David, is one of the things I want to talk to you about today is, David has been one of those individuals, as one of our employees, he gets to try a lot of our products.
Yep.
And I always love to hear these stories with David as to how the different products work for David.
Yeah.
So I want to know, David, how are the products working for you? We like you to try different things.
Especially
You're our guinea pig.
Especially considering the fact that I wasn't a believer. Initially, I wasn't a believer.
And that's important because I want
Yes.
individuals to know why you weren't a believer and how we were able to. We didn't twist your arm to use our products.
No extra perks or promises or threats, nothing.
Your employment was not contingent upon using our products.
No. It was, okay. So actually, what I did, I don't know if a few weeks ago when I first came on the show, I explained that I'm one of those people that had sleep apnea. Mm-hmm. Really, really heavy snore.
Right.
It's like a train. So, with the sleep apnea thing, I would never get enough sleep. Even if you do sleep, you wake up in the morning and you're not well rested.
Right.
So it was just the main objective initially was to just try to lose as much weight as possible. Mm-hmm. I did do that to a certain extent, but not too much of an improvement. I did the whole works. Got the watch, got the the heart rate monitor and all that stuff. And then I thought let me try this.
Right.
So I started with the melatonin, right? Mm-hmm. And
so for those individuals that don't know, we have a melatonin and a CBD combo capsule that he uses at bedtime that we use that uses very well for sleep. So I use it as well, and it works fantastic for me to sleep. So essentially what that does is, for those individuals that don't know, melatonin is a hormone that your body produces when it gets dark. And then the CBD essentially, so the hormone, once it's released, it tells your body it's time to sleep. And then the CBD gets you to what we call REM sleep or restful sleep.
Right.
So that's what it is.
Right. Yeah, and I started with 2. Actually, the first night, I used just 1 capsule. And, still pretty skeptical and all that.
Sure.
But I was also someone who would wake up several times during the night, to go pee, just,
Sure.
But constantly, I drink a lot of water. So
Yes.
it's just, so that first night, I only woke up once. And I literally would wake up 3 times at times, and I was like, whoa, okay. So the next night, I just kind of upped it. I was like, let me do 2 this time, and slept through the night. And not only that, my boys, I have 2 boys,
right,
and they told me, oh, Daddy, we couldn't hear you, because normally they would hear me snoring I'd
Wow.
snore, but like I was really loud. I've been snoring for years.
Okay.
I think it's like a family thing. We all snore. But anyways, yeah, they told me they didn't hear me snore. That was a big deal. You
Wow.
know? So I kind of stuck with 2. And then, I was kind of falling in love with all the products, and so I heard about the tinctures, heard about the gummies. I love
Right.
the taste of the gummies, So I added the gummies and I added the tinctures. So I thought, I might be overdoing it a little because I was now starting to really sleep. Like
Right.
sleep past regular time, ignoring the alarm and all that stuff.
I think we caught you a couple of times at your desk.
Yeah.
Right, John?
I was well. Anyway, that's another
That's a
story.
good statement.
That's another story for another time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But basically, I was. How when you set the alarm, but literally 30 seconds before it goes off, you wake up. It's like your body itself
Yeah.
is kind of
Internal clock.
programmed.
Yes.
It's, you have the internal clock.
Right.
Yeah. I was now really really sleeping through. Like I have to the alarm. So I had to. So I reduced it. And then I thought, okay, that's a little too much because I was taking the 1,000 milligram tincture and the gummies. So now I reduced it to just 1 capsule.
Okay.
So how's that
milk.
working for you now?
So now I still sleeping, still very rested by the time I wake up, but I'm able to my body clock, is kicked back in. So now, a few seconds to the alarm, I'd still wake up. But
So-
I'm rested.
So now that you're
I'm rested.
taking the tincture, how do you feel overall? Because now since you're not only taking it for sleep, you're taking
Right.
it for other things. So what are you feeling overall since you're taking the tincture?
I'm feeling pretty good because now it's an overall thing. We talk about true wellness and stuff. It's overall because right now I'm starting to walk. I'm starting to. You guys saw the elliptical, right?
Yes.
It took a lot of effort. It was like pulling teeth to get me to want to do those things before.
Right.
Because I just kind of felt, bloated and just, I don't know, just kind of, everything was just kind of heavy. You know what I mean?
And
But
let
now I'm
me
just
tell you
kinda
what we're talking about
feeling-
with this elliptical thing. So David showed
Right.
up at the office this week with this little mini elliptical under his desk, and he's going. And I walk up to his desk, and his feet are just going underneath his
Yeah,
desk
yeah.
with this elliptical machine. I was like, David, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing my elliptical.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, okay.
It's like I'm on a roll, so to speak.
in the
It's
zone.
like I'm in the zone,
Yeah.
I was like, my 1,000 milligram doesn't do that.
Doesn't do it for me either. I want what you're taking.
No. I think it's more of let me kind of capitalize on this and just kind of max it out. You know what
Sure,
I mean?
yeah.
Just I don't want to. It takes a lot for me to get in that zone. Mm-hmm.
That's great. That is absolutely great.
And I think the CBD products have done that for me. And,
So is it just
you know.
mentally? Do you feel any brain fog? Do you feel just a total wellness? I mean, do you feel?
I feel very alert. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I feel like
How about strength wise? Do you have more energy?
I have more energy because, and I think the exercise also helps.
Okay.
I have a cousin of mine that actually, kind of, encourages me to walk and everything. But before I was like, he would literally have to drag me. After a while, he just didn't even bother.
Right.
But now I'm even doing the one, I'm even calling him, are we walking today? That kind of a deal. So the overall energy is there. Mm-hmm. So now the thing is, I take a tincture, I still take, a gummy, and I take the melatonin. So
Yeah.
I think it's overall, for the sleep, definitely I know it's the melatonin that's doing that because I already kind of proved that.
Right.
But I think the tincture and the gummy, they're also adding to that overall package, so to speak.
I think it's important for a lot of individuals to know. For us, it's important because I want everyone to know is we have to build a regimen for every specific individual because, like David, we've kind of seen what you need for yourself.
Right.
Not everyone's going to respond the way that you have.
Right.
Every single person's going to respond differently. For instance, hey Lucy, for instance, there's some individuals who do really well at higher doses. Like for instance, my wife does really well, but she does well at a 5,000 milligram versus 1,000 milligram.
Right.
If she were to take 1,000 milligram, her pain wouldn't be controlled.
Right.
She just her pain it's just not controlled that way. But if she'll take a 5,000 milligram and she can go all day long and be perfectly fine.
Oh, and there's something else I noticed. I wanted to ask you about that. I've never been a painkiller type person. I always never like to take Tylenol or any of this.
Yes.
It's just me.
Right, sure.
But like when I go walk and I maybe increase, an exercise
Yes.
or something, and I, how you anticipate the pains that will come over the next couple of days, right? But when I double up on when I take the tinctures.
Yes, you will decrease the pain.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they do that too,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
It's not just my imagination.
No,
here,
they will
right?
absolutely decrease your So when you're working out, and we do this for a lot of individuals, you can actually do this with the roll-ons. We do that for a lot of the sports athletes. We talk to them about when they're doing the heavy lifting.
Right.
They do a lot of the roll-on before and after the workouts.
Okay.
So they love that. So it works really, really well for those individuals.
So I
Great
have something to
product.
share real quick.
Products.
So I've been doing, today's day one, kind of like a detox juice. Not I want to call it a fast because I have to drink 6 different juices throughout the day, cold pressed juices.
Wow.
And one of the things that I noticed kind of halfway or about noon or 1 o'clock, I started getting really bad headaches. And I guess that's because of the lack of carbs.
Right,
That's
right,
what I'm
right,
assuming.
yeah.
So normally my regimen, I take, my tincture in the evening. But I went ahead and took half of 1,000 milligram, and it went away within minutes. I was just
Wow.
in awe. I didn't have to take any aspirin or Tylenol
Right.
or ibuprofen. So, and I still don't have a headache now. So, but it's been tough. I'm a little hungry, but
Yeah,
I'll
I
tell you
feel
what,
it.
It really does. It really does work. This past weekend we filmed a commercial for our pet tincture.
Right.
And for those of you who have used our pet tincture, I think y'all have seen some really, really amazing responses. So I've had a couple of dogs. We have a little tiny, what is that? What is Oreo? What kind of dog is Oreo? Pomeranian. He's a little tiny Pomeranian.
Oreo.
And he's white and black, so he literally looks like a little Oreo cookie. So
it was between Snoopy and Oreo,
yeah,
right?
exactly. But literally, when you see this dog, he looks
Yeah.
like an Oreo cookie. Or if you go to, he looks like one of those McFlurries
McFlurry.
at McDonald's. So he's just one of those mixes. His coloring. But it's funny because every single time this dog gets in the car, he throws up. We've had him for 2 years.
Yeah.
Every single time, vet. Taking him to we've taken him to the beach, we've taken him to mother-in-laws, wherever, or just to get groomed or whatever. Every single
Gets
time he's
sick.
always gotten sick,
Wow.
no matter what. So I was like, until we were anticipating, so we put towels, we had bags because we knew he was gonna throw up. I was like, you know what? Let's dose him with CBD to see if we can have him nice and calm before the commercial because we're gonna have him in the commercial.
Yeah.
Let's dose him with CBD before we get on the road because we had to get on the road like at 4 a.m. to drive to Dripping Springs. So we dosed him 30 minutes before we got on the road, and this dog did not throw up.
For the first
Dude,
time.
the
That's
first
amazing.
time ever.
Wow.
I was like, holy crap!
Yeah.
I could not believe it.
And that's
the
a
only
drive.
thing, it was an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, it's a drive.
Wow.
So the only thing different was the CBD.
Wow.
The
That's-
only thing different was CBD.
That is amazing.
So I dosed him again on the way home,
Double dose.
and he did not throw up again.
Wow.
So I'm going to say that the CBD has worked for my dog not to throw up.
So how did he do on the commercial?
He did fantastic.
He did great.
He did a great job.
Oreo is going to be a future star.
He is.
Oreo.
He's going to be an Oreo star.
He might. You know what? He should be our spokesperson for the pet line.
Well, he's going to be on the commercial.
Oh,
so
well, there you go.
He's
That
gonna be on-
answers that.
So yeah, we actually went up there and we had a dog groomer up in Dripping Springs, who actually was very gracious enough to allow us to. In fact, she's one of our affiliates, so she
Nice.
allowed us to film on her dog trailer, and she's been selling our pet tinctures now for about 3-4 since January, right?
Since January.
Yeah, so almost 6 months now.
Nice.
And she's been selling a lot of our pet tincture on her trailer, which is fantastic because a lot of her clients really like our product. And what she's found, and she talked about this on the commercial, is that it's much easier when the dogs are dosed on CBD for that, because they're not sedate to the point where she has to be worried about them.
Right.
Because sometimes her clients can over sedate because she won't sedate them at all.
Okay.
The clients
They do it
themselves have to
before.
do it.
Okay, that's what
Because she doesn't want to be liable
Right.
if
That
makes
there's
sense.
oversedation. So the clients themselves have to sedate their dogs with their own products. So what will happen is a lot of the vets will dose them with their own personal medications, not CBD. But when they dose them with the CBD, they're still alert, they're oriented,
They're just calm.
They're just calm.
Calm.
They're they're interactive.
Right.
So they'll stand, they'll respond, but they're not aggressive.
Right.
They're just and she says, and she was telling us, if the dogs were like this, she could groom probably 5, 6, 7 dogs a day.
Wow.
But the way it is now with some of the dogs that she's grooming, it's just too hard that she can only groom maybe 4 dogs a day because there's just too hard to get them to calm down or stay still because of how assertive or aggressive they are.
That could be challenging. And speaking of calm, CBD in pets or in dogs or even in cats has helped tremendously with anti-inflammatory, arthritic pain, anxiety. We have the 4th of July coming up, and obviously there's going to be a lot of fireworks that are going to be.
Absolutely.
So I know that my dogs personally are affected by that and also thunder.
Yes, so are mine.
So in preparation for that, I think that we're going to dose our dogs. And but I think a lot of people have experienced what you have experienced, and I think this would be a huge, huge benefit.
Well, it's funny because we had that huge thunderstorm, the hailstorm, about 2 months ago, and we had those golf size hail that were hitting the house, and then the dogs were freaking out. So we dosed them with CBD, and they were just nice and calm. We put them in their cages, so it really does work for their anxiety.
The products are good.
Yeah, our products really do work.
Really good, man.
Yeah, and we're really proud of what we've done with our products. Hello, Kimmy. I really am glad. I think our products that we've done so far have just done a tremendous job, not only for the human products that we've created, but also our brand for our pet tinctures as well. So, and of course, then in July we'll have our new products coming out for the horses, the equestrian line. So we've got the sugar cubes coming out, which will have 125 milligrams of CBD. Which we hope to have some videos of that soon, so we can actually show the horses actually on the dose of CBD, kind of showing the transition, where they're actually on CBD trying to be broken, and then without CBD trying to be broken, the difference
So before and after.
Yeah. It's really cool to kind of see what those horses are like and how hard it is to break them without.
Oh, I'm sure.
And have y'all seen horses being broken before?
I have, personally.
A long time ago.
Okay, because I kind of grew up with horses. My mother was in the Chatos for most of my young life.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So so the Mexican side saddle riders.
Yeah.
So growing up, I kind of watched all that stuff. So I grew up around horses all the time. But essentially, what would happen is when they're breaking those horses, they're very, very aggressive sometimes.
Right.
So depending on if you can get on them and kind of stay on them, they're constantly bucking. But if you can put them on CBD. And have them in a more calm opportunity to kind of break them and kind of get them in the ring and then harness them, bridle them, and then kind of walk them around the ring, get them used to saddled, walk them around the ring.
Well, that'll definitely be a time
just think
saver
about
as well,
about the mindset of that animal as opposed to like forcing him in that situation, Yeah. So it's just a whole different way of thinking about how to aggressively change this mindset of this animal's breaking.
Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. My significant other's father is a cowboy.
Yeah.
And he goes on the trail rides for like a week. He's into it. And he in his earlier days he was a bull rider. I think that he was semi-professional. He might have even been professional. Very, very successful. He has those belts that he won in those competitions. But, having seen that firsthand, especially in the bulls, it's a very dangerous sport.
My goodness, yeah.
You can get really, really hurt. But obviously, you don't want to give CBD to a bull because
I
that
know.
defeats the purpose, right, of the bull riders. But nevertheless, you make a good point, John, about the horses and breaking
Yeah.
them, and I've seen them firsthand. They can be very, very aggressive.
Hello, Laura. So one of the other things we want to talk about tonight is, of course, we talked about the pet tinctures with the fireworks. So that would be a great thing for your animals. If you have not tried that for your animals, works really, really well. So one of the things I do want to talk to you guys about was, do y'all know the difference in our two creams that we have? So y'all know this one is our transdermal cream, right?
Yes, sir.
And this one is our topical cream.
Right.
Do you know what the difference in these two creams are?
I think one is kind of short-term effect, and another is long-term effect.
I do, but I cheated.
Okay.
I have to admit.
Okay,
So-
well, no, that's good. Well, if you know it, I'd like to. Well, since you don't know it, I'm gonna see what
you
Jason
kind of break
knows.
it down for me
Okay,
right now.
so the transdermal cream, I have some notes here, is designed to penetrate through the skin layer,
Good.
affects deeper on more distant tissues. So the
That's
transdermal,
transdermal.
Yes.
That one right there.
so that passes through the epidermis, the dermis, and the hypodermis. And this one gets into your blood system.
Very good, dude. Look at this.
Okay.
I had a little homework assignment.
Well, I thought everything that
Okay.
goes on your skin
Okay, so
goes in your.
this one's a good one because this one is a cream.
Right.
So we actually have this one in a cream or a solve.
It's kind
Okay.
of pretty too.
It is, it is kind of pretty. So this one that we use, this one actually can be used like our joints, our hands, our faces. So we use this one actually we sell to a lot of individuals who have sometimes acne on the face, have neck pain, they have headaches. Sometimes they have stress headaches, so they put it around their necks, around the sternocleidomastoid. They also sometimes they have pains only in their hands or joints.
Right.
So if they have rheumatoid arthritis, this is a good one for those individuals. Now, the great thing about this one is that if they're worried about this being affected by a drug test, this will not be affected by a drug test, because this one is not going to get into your blood. This one essentially is only going to be affected by the 3 layers of the skin.
Okay.
So this is only going to go into the 3 layers of skin, which, like Jason said, is the dermis, the epidermis, and the subcutaneous layers.
Okay.
So the great thing about that, it's only the affected areas. So if you put it on your hand, it stays in that local area and affects that local area only. Works really well. Does not get into your blood.
Okay.
This one, on the other hand, this is a transdermal cream, which is our lidocaine base cream. This one actually does work really fast, but this one will get into your blood, and this one actually will affect your entire body. So this one, we actually have different ways of using this to actually get it through directly into your.
And I think this one's our number one selling
This
product,
is our number one selling product. Yeah.
right.
So this actually has efficiencies to get directly into the CB1 and CB2 receptors.
Right.
And the efficiencies are actually really well on this one. So this actually will work locally and actually throughout the entire body, because it's actually going through the blood-brain barrier, essentially affecting the entire body.
Oh.
So that's how this one's being pulled in. So
I didn't know
goes
that.
through the epidermis, dermis, and subcutaneous layers directly into the bloodstream.
So if someone, John, was concerned about blood testing, the transdermal cream is not.
This is not the way to go.
Yeah.
Because this one would show up in a drug screen if you're going to be tested for that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the topical in that particular case would be.
Yeah, the topical would be ideal for those individuals who are worried about drug screens, because this one will not show up in a drug screen.
Interesting.
So that's one way to go.
That's really good to know, because a lot of people don't know what the differences are.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I really didn't know, especially but I did cheat. I Googled it.
No, that's good, and
And
that's what these shows are about, guys. Because I want individuals to know more about what our products are and what they're good for. Because otherwise, what are we here for? I mean,
Exactly.
I want individuals to feel comfortable in the products that we sell and how we sell them. That's how we're going to set ourselves apart in the industry.
Yeah.
Honestly. So I think that's our best way for us to make each other's better. Honestly.
Absolutely. So, David, have you used the transdermal pain cream?
No,
Personally?
sir. No.
No?
I haven't had any need to per se. Like I said, anytime from all the exercises that I've been doing and whatever pains I've been getting, I've just been, taking the tinctures
Right.
and the gummies, and they seem to do pretty well.
And really, this is more used for individuals who have like more of those neurological diseases.
Okay, yeah.
So, and also osteoarthritis, lupus, MS. We use this also in patients who have rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
Are those individuals who have like oncology patients? Are those individuals who have like back surgeries? This works really well in those individuals who have back surgeries or any type of orthopedic surgeries. This one works really, really well because this one has a lidocaine base, a menthol base, and a CBD base. So essentially you have that fast acting, the intermittent, and the long acting.
And the long acting, okay.
So it works on all three.
So it covers all bases, so to speak.
Yes, it's interesting.
So I got a
This
question.
is for keeping it local.
So I
Yes.
got a question for the transdermal. If someone were to suffer from gout,
Yes,
that's very, very common.
it is common.
I know my brother has suffered from that from on and on throughout the years. Is that something that will work on gout?
So it's not something that's going to cure the gout. It is going to stop the pain.
The pain.
The inflammation of the gout.
Right.
But essentially, that's not going to stop the crystals that are being formed with the gout. Is something that actually has to be cured with something else.
So
it's a uric acid that's the building up.
building up.
In there, and that's something that has to be used differently.
Because I know it could be very, very painful.
Yeah.
You know, for some individuals, to the fact that it affects their walking.
Yes.
You know,
so this will
mobility.
help definitely decrease the pain and some of the inflammation, but this by no means will cure the gout
Right.
at all.
Yeah, that's certainly understandable. But yeah, good stuff. Now another thing that would be localized would be the roll-on.
Yes.
That would be considered topical under the topical category.
Yes, this will be a
Same thing.
topical, so this will not penetrate into the blood.
So
So
if-
this is strictly just a topical.
So if you have a pain cream, just like the commercial, like the golfers,
Yes.
the golfer advantage, if they have kind of like a tennis elbow from swinging too hard, a lot of guys like to swing hard, and
Correct.
you know, and they just kind of throw something out without warming up. That would be a good product
Yes,
to use. in that
this is the
case.
only transdermal cream that we currently have in all of our products. Currently, this is the only transdermal that we have.
So we have 2
So-
milligrams though.
Well, yeah, so we have currently we have a 800 milligram and we have a 1500 milligram.
1500, yeah.
So, which, if you look on the market right now, the only other transdermals you'll find in the market, max, is 1,000 milligrams. The reason we created a 1,500 milligram dose is because we had patients that were suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, and we also had patients that were suffering from oncology patients. So we wanted to make sure that we could meet those individual needs. And again, we're trying to build a medical market that
Sure.
essentially that we're trying to serve. So we weren't really going after the retail market. We're trying to build a medical market for physicians that I'm working with right now.
So someone that is suffering from, I mean, how would they know whether to buy the 800 versus the 1500?
I always tell individuals to start off lower because
Yeah.
every person kind of reacts differently to
Sure.
it. So I always want them to kind of spend less money up front to make sure, because a lot of times they're going to work. That's going to work really well for them right off the bat.
Right.
And if they can spend less money up front and kind of it works well for them, fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, if they have to double up on the dose, then essentially they'll just run out a little bit faster. Then we'll know for the next time. Then we'll order a higher dose.
Right.
Yeah.
But that essentially that's all that's going to happen is I'll have to use more of the product before the end of the month.
So ironically, John and David, I had a family member who has used our hand sanitizer that's CBD infused, and they got a positive response from pain. And I was shocked to know that. I mean, we have 125 milligrams in there, but they were using it. I said, man, my hands normally hurt after a long day's work, and I put this thing on just thinking that I was going to, shield my hands from any type of germs, but then my hands start hurting.
Actually did
And
more
still-
than, yeah.
So
Wait,
it's
it still does
like-
have it does have
Yeah.
CBD in it. So
Oh, yeah, so it's just,
well, and it's funny because our hand sanitizer, even though we're not using it for that, we're using it as an emollient
Sure.
and as a natural sanitizer. It's still one of the byproducts of that is just the anti-inflammatory response.
nice.
So that's fantastic for them. That's awesome. That is really, really awesome.
So hello to Kimmy from California.
Yes.
Wow.
Kimmy, thanks for joining us. That's fantastic. And actually, David, we have some guests that are joining us from, you said West Africa?
Yes, from Nigeria and from England.
That was
Interesting.
awesome.
And they actually are wanting to, two of them, they're wanting for us to have a time that they will be able to tune in. Now, we're 6 hours ahead right now. They're 6 hours ahead right now. Yeah. Yeah, they're 6 hours. We're 6 hours behind. So they had to watch the recording, but
Sure.
they're wanting to be able to participate live. So
Yeah.
I told them that's something
So
that
yeah,
we're
so
gonna
I think what we're going to do,
Something,
so I appreciate them so for them sending in their comments to us. So what we're going to do for those individuals there in London and West Africa is we're going to go ahead and start doing a live show for them once a month on
Saturdays.
every Saturday.
Yeah, that would be cool.
every first Saturday.
Every first Saturday of the month, we're going to start doing a live show for our international population.
So it's going to be if you guys are tuning in, or if you can hear me now, it's going to be the first Saturday of every month at it'll be 6 p.m. their time.
Yes.
That'll be 12 noon
Central Time.
Central Time. So
Yes.
it'll be 6 p.m. and I'll let them know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, we certainly thank you for your viewership. I mean,
Yeah, that's
to know
awesome.
that
I'm so
people-
excited to hear that we have viewers in those other countries. That's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And do we have a winner for tonight, Mike? What does our winner look like this evening? Because we're giving away a pain relief roll-on tonight. This looks like a Golfer's Advantage. It's 1,000 milligram Golfer's Advantage that we're giving away roll-on. And this one actually smells. I love the way this one smells. Have you smelled this one?
It smells good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it smells really good.
I
Dude,
like
this is-
that.
this
It
is-
has that menthol. thing
Yeah,
to it,
just
right?
like clear.
I thought you were gonna punk me and put it in my nose.
Oh,
Come over here, Jason. Smell this.
yeah, just-
Happy 4th of July, by the
No,
way.
I'm just.
It
yeah.
smells good.
Yeah, you kind of just want to just leave it, just kind of let it linger for a little bit.
It kind of clears up your passages. As
Yeah,
well,
it just
you know?
has that good.
It's,
Yeah.
Remember as a kid, I remember growing up, we had those little Vicks. It looked like a little, what is it called? Chapstick.
Yeah.
You would put that in your nose, and man, it would smell.
Yeah, I like that one too. So it looks like he has sent us. We have a winner from, actually California, Kimmy Mendez.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Kimmy
There
Mendez.
you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kimmy, for joining us
Thanks, Kimmy.
from California. You're a winner today.
We bear gifts.
So-
Now we're gonna have to mail that to Kimmy, unless she wants to take a flight
Yeah, you're not.
from California.
You're not going to
to-
take a flight to San Antonio
Yeah.
right now because they're locking us down.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
that's right. Yeah.
they're locking us down again. So I know Austin got locked down this until August 16th is what I'm hearing. That they're going to go back down into lockdown again.
That's deep.
I hope they don't lock us down here in San Antonio.
I hope not.
Well, if we comply, they're asking us to kind of behave ourselves,
Yeah.
So, I think it's the bars, man. I don't know.
We're lucky I don't go to bars.
Yeah, I don't too, but
Past that stage. Yeah. Definitely past that stage. But no, we got the 4th.
I just do CBD.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. CBD.
That's just
CBD keeps-
That's just CBD.
Oh yeah, and cocaine.
Hey,
energy drink.
You might want to break that
bring
down.
that cocaine out so they don't think
Yeah,
it's real cocaine.
you might want to explain what you mean by cocaine.
It's this cocaine, not real cocaine. Okay,
We're talking
This
about
cocaine.
a beverage here.
this is a cocaine that we do.
The
It's
legal kind.
the legal kind. This is our energy drink cocaine
Yeah.
that we have.
Yeah, don't just be saying
Mike
you-
Anthony starting stuff there. All right, guys. Well, again, we appreciate y'all. We hope y'all have a wonderful, safe 4th of July.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing y'all again next Tuesday evening.
And don't forget the sale.
Yes, our
Kicks
sale.
up Friday midnight.
Friday.
Yes.
No codes, thanks to
20%.
this gentleman right here, David. And thank you for joining us. As always, thank you for joining
Yes,
us.
sir.
And we'll see you next Tuesday evening.
Thanks
Y'all
for
be
your
safe.
viewership, guys.
Happy 4th. Be
Take care.
Happy 4th of July.
Doing all right, man. Swing looks a little off.
Yeah, I've got this slight pain in my elbow the longer I play.
Gotcha, man. I was having that same pain in my elbow. Like the second hole hit, pain just be excruciating.
Oh, yeah?
Found this roll-on cream that's been a game changer for me.
Can I check it out?
Yeah, I've got it in my bag, actually. I'll grab it. Here's the secret, man. Golfer's Advantage roll-on pain cream. So all you have to do is rub it on the pain spot, and within a few minutes, the pain should be gone.
Okay.
Usually lasts the whole round of golf for me.
Wow, this feels way better.
Told you.